Hello everybody, welcome to Key West, Florida for the final day, final event in the 2004 Offshore World Championships. This is the Superboat International Offshore Super Series and APBA all together for the World Championship event put on by the Conch Republic Offshore Powerboat Racing Association. All the groups are here. We have nearly 100 boats in total racing. We've had 9 races total, and this is the final event on Sunday for the Super Cats, Superboats, and Super Cat Light class. It all comes down to this. We've crowned several champions in several different classes. Now we're here to crown the overall champion of the World Championships in the Super Cat class. There you see number 4, Bourget WHM Motorsports, one of the contenders in the Super Cat class. World famous motorcycle builder Roger Bourget at the wheel with legendary throttleman Joey Gratton on the sticks. It's a Mercury-powered 40-foot skater. There you see the freeze-frame video tent. Had lots of videos on sale all week. Still have tons of VHS tapes for sale at blowout prices. There you see reliable carriers and their beautiful tractor-trailer rigs heading out of the pit area. One of the top teams in the Super Cat class finished 5th both of the first 2 days on Wednesday and Saturday, looking to move up in the position to try to garner themselves a world championship here in Key West. Ten Super Cats competing for the overall championships, 4 Super Boats and 8 Super Cat Lights. So it's a lot of boats here, a lot of excitement going to be running here in this final race here in Key West at the Offshore World Championships. All this action we're showing you now is getting ready to go out to the parade last Sunday afternoon to open up the week of festivities here in Key West. Beautiful 40-foot skater powered by Mercury Super Cat engines with Mercury number 6 drives, reliable carriers. Here you see Showtime Racing Team rolling into town, number 69 Super Cat Light entry. James Shade and Mark House aboard, doing very well with first 2 days of racing with a 3rd and a 2nd place finish. Another Super Cat entry, this is JEM Companies Limited, Jay Muller and Stan Pekrosky, the number 6 Super Cat. JEM Companies, 40-foot motion with Mercury power and Mercury number 6 drives. One of our Superboat entries, unlimited class 46-footer, 4 1,000 horsepower blower motors, 4 number 6 drives. There you see Sue and Bob Morgan waving at everybody out of the cockpit there. Beautiful 46-foot skater, Big Thunder Marine, sponsored by Rue Materials, the number 100 46-foot skater. Had a very disturbing first day, caught fire, but were able to fix the boat and make the race on Saturday. So now they've got 2 second place finishes so far, looking for a world championship as they've won in the past here in Key West. From Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri, Big Thunder Marine. There's the Platinum Super Cat Popeye, sponsored by Visconsi Companies. There's the PX1 number 1 Bacardi Silver in the Superboat Unlimited category, owned and driven by Dave Scott, throttled by John Tomlinson. There's a P1 entry, 37-foot Talon traffic light down from Michigan. Great running boat, formerly called Out of Bounds. Another one of our Super Cat entries. This is JD Byrider, a chain of used car stores owned by Tony Mercatonio. He's also the driver. Kirk Dunham is your throttle man. As you can see now, we're airborne over the mole pier in Key West, getting ready for the final event here in Key West. There's the offshore only rig as well as the Superboat.com rig. Beautiful Key West in the background. The final day here after spending a week in town. Several great racing events here, 9 races total. No major mishaps, no major injuries, just a lot of great racing. Look forward to another great race here in the finals of the Key West Offshore World Championships. The Public Offshore Powerboat Racing Association did a tremendous job in getting all the organizations here together to have this great race come together. Superboat International, Offshore Super Series, and APB are all here together for the finals. We're getting ready to go right here with the Super Cat class on the final day of racing. Lining up for the start, all the boats come together. We've already got a green flag, a little bit of confusion here. Lots of boats going at the start. The Superboat class just ahead of the Super Cat class. Should be quite exciting to watch these boats go all the way on the inside there. You can see WHM Motorsports. Right beside them is Reliable Carriers. Those are both 40-foot skaters with Mercury power just to the inside of them. Great start for JDByrider.com. So there's 2 classes off at the start already. The Superboats are just ahead of the Super Cats here. Should be quite exciting. Heading towards the first turn right here now on WHM Motorsports. It's a 40-foot skater with Mercury Super Cat engines and Mercury drives. Billy Moffs, the owner and driver. Pepe Dama is the throttle man. To the inside, you can see Popeye, Team Virgin, Callum Marine, which is running the Superboat class. And just in front of them is Pro Marine, who already won the first 2 days of racing here in Key West. Very exciting, close deck-to-deck racing early on in Key West at the finals on Sunday. Team Virgin, number 94. Trace Martin on the throttles. Todd Clindworth, the driver. Sponsored this week by Crazy Soap and Commonwealth Woods Products. Listen to the WHM Motorsports screaming along. The Mercury Power running great for them early on here at the Key West World Championship Finals. Just ahead of them, you see Pro Marine, your leader in the Super Cat class. Right beside them is Rio Roses, the lone entry in the Superboat D-Bottom class. Heading into turn 1. WHM Motorsports in second place. Behind them, battle all over the place. There's Virgin, JD Byrider, Reliable Carriers, Rio Roses, all battling for position. On the far outside, you see Callum Marine in Superboat class trying to chase down Bacardi Silver and Big Thunder Marine. But right now, at the front of the pack in Super Cat, it's Pro Marine. Randy Sism on the throttles, Todd Warner at the wheel. It's a 39 MPI with Sterling power and Mercury number 6 drive. As I said earlier, they already had 2 first-place finishes, so have a commanding points lead over the rest of their class. But still, a lot of people could win the World Championship here in Super Cat. So Pro Marine wants to finish well, going on board with them at the start of the race. Listen to those Sterling motors performing flawlessly at the hands of Randy Sissom and Todd Warner aboard Pro Marine. Heading towards the first corner at the finals of Key West on Sunday afternoon. your shot off a Pro Marine at the start of the race.